players that we are either higher or lower than the consensus, than kind of like the average 49er fan.
Yeah.
So let me go first. A player that I'm higher than most, and it's a guy you like, so I'm stealing him from you. It's Kevin Gibbons.
I love him.
I love Kevin Gibbons.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Is he good in Madden?
Interior, you know what? No, they're not giving him the respect in Madden yet.
Know.
After this year, he's going to blow up. He'll be at 80 overall, but
that's what's up.
He's got that quickness from the inside. He can shoot the gaps. You see him just shooting gaps on the run where he sneaks through a guard and a center.
He's exactly what they wanted Solomon Thomas to be. Well, I mean, he's not. They wanted Solomon Thomas to be Aaron Donald, but he's what Solomon Thomas should have been. He's actually quick through those B gaps.
Yes, and he's got those quick moves. He's got the finesse moves to get by the guard.
6'1". Yeah.
So I really like Kevin Gibbons. You give me a guy that you're either higher or lower than, Grant, than the consensus.
I'm lower on Javon Kinlaw than the consensus. Everyone thinks that like the light bulb's going to go off. I just think he's been misbuilt. He's not really a pass rusher. He's a very good player, but he's not really a sophisticated pass rusher, and I don't know that he's going to develop that part of the game. I've never really seen someone develop that part of their game in the NFL. So I think maybe the expectations for him are a little out of whack because of where he was drafted, but I think he's a good player. He may never be like a consistent 8-9 sack a year guy, but I think people have their expectations a little out of whack with him.
Kinlaw. Ton of power. When I think of Kinlaw, it's power. You know, if he's one-on-one with a guard, he's going to push the pocket and compress it.
No doubt.
Right. He doesn't have those moves. Remember, Buckner had those sweet swim moves and man, he had all the moves. Why did Buckner go? But I got to stop complaining about that.
Yeah.
All right. A guy that I'm higher than most, Raheem Mostert. I love Raheem Mostert. I want this guy on the field. He is so darn good.
Yeah. He doesn't need to be practicing. Get him on the field, give him 9 to 11 carries a game, and see what he can do. Just don't give him too much of a workload.
Yes. A player that I'm lower than, Grant, a guy that I don't really like, Tarvarius Moore. I'm sorry, Tarvarius Moore. You take bad angles. I started rewatching the Bills game from last season.
Bad.
This guy is guarding grass, Grant. There's a player running right at him in the seam, and he completely just leaves him to just guard some grass, and Josh Allen hits the seam, and it's like, Tarvarius Moore, do you have eyes? The guy's running right at you. Guard him.
Yeah. Yeah. Who else is going to take that guy? Yep.
So I'm tired of Tarvarius Moore, and that leads.
I think the thing is with I think Moore better athlete than football player.
100%. That's why he got drafted in the third round. You know, he's 6'1", 6'2", ran the 4.29 or whatever he ran.
Whatever. Yep.
Yeah. But I'm happy we re-signed my guy on a 1-year deal. It's the guy I like more than most. I like him more than you. And that's Jaquasky Tart. I love me some Jaquasky Tart. You know, the way he makes a lot of tackles for loss. He's great in the run. Coverage, on occasion, he might get lost, but
I like Tart. I like Tart a lot. He needs to stay healthy. I like Tart. He can stay healthy. I mean, Ward had injury issues forever and hasn't had them the last couple of years. So, you know, could happen for Tart.
Yes. Oh, you know what? I forgot to mention one thing about Tarvarius Moore. You remember in the Super Bowl, that pass interference on Travis Kelce, where he mugged Travis Kelce in the end zone, pass interference, balls at the 1.
Total panic play.
Try to find the ball. Why the heck was he in the game there? I would rather have Witherspoon. If we're putting one-on-one, man-to-man, we're trying to lock up Travis Kelce in the slot. Is that really Tarvarius Moore? That's who we're putting in the game in the Super Bowl?
Honestly, it should have been Sherman, man-to-man.
Yes.
Sherman could cover. Sherman can run with Sherman can run with the tight end.
Moore had that one. He had that interception, but it was like the ball was batted up. It wasn't really an impressive interception.
No, it wasn't. He was right place, right time kind of thing.
Yeah. So the last thing I want to give you is something I want to see you do with one of your guys, whether it's Jesse or Jason. It was an exercise that I did on my channel, BayAreaBaller18, and it was I broke down the whole 53-man roster. In terms of who I think is going to make it.
Oh, nice.
And it was a fun exercise. Where you're just projecting and predicting. It's something that I want to see you do.
I can definitely do that, man. I'll do it this week. Thank you, man.
All right, Grant.
Have a great day in the creek.
You too.